Today's film that we're going to talk about is called The Clan, or El Clan. This is an Argentinian film, and it's really interesting. Essentially, it's about a crime family. Now, this is usually not my kind of movie. I don't really care for these type of organized crime films, but it's so different than most of those. I don't want to give too much away here. That's kind of the tricky part about this review. But essentially, you've got a crime family that's not really a crime family. So, and it probably doesn't make a lot of sense right now, but if you see the film, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Now, this is actually based on a true story, and I believe it's actually really trying to be as accurate as possible. Now, I didn't know much about this story and about this family going into it, but if you know more about it, then I think you'll find it interesting as well. But for someone like me who didn't know anything about it, it was really interesting. I didn't know where it was going, didn't know how it was going to end up. And it was very intriguing the whole way through. It can often be hard to watch just because seeing what the characters are having to go through and dealing with the children in the family having to witness some of these things, it can be a little bit hard to watch sometimes, but it's not gruesome or brutal or anything like that in nature. Now, there's an amazing sense of tension in the film, and this really goes to what is so impressive about the film, and that's the director. Now, this director has also directed some other really interesting movies. One of my favorites is called Carancho. Great movie. If you guys haven't seen that, definitely look that one up. And what he does so well in the film is create these really tight, almost claustrophobic type of scenes between one or two characters where there's just an amazing sense of tension. You really don't know what's going on, what's going to happen next, and you really don't even know what some of the characters are thinking sometimes. And that's what's so interesting about it. So it's really expertly directed, really sharp imagery, fantastic scenes throughout the film. The acting is great. Everyone in the film is just perfect. There's not one weak link of the entire film. The standout actor for sure is going to be the father of the film. He creates such an interesting character. I'm not sure how much of that is him and how much of that was the writing or the director, but this guy is very charming, very interesting, terrifying in some scenes, and overall seems to be just very cold and calculating. Now, the other thing that's really cool about this movie is the soundtrack. There's a bunch of good songs throughout the film, but the main thing is there's a Kinks song in it. So anytime I can get a song from the Kinks in a movie, I'm pretty happy because I don't think they get enough credit. So that was really cool to see. Now, I didn't care too much about this family, to be honest with you. The first half of it or so, it was a good film, it was well made, but I wasn't that interested. But by the end, you're actually really curious to see what's going to happen, and you kind of care about some of these people in the film, especially some of the younger family members, and you really want to see what's going to happen to them. Now, I don't want to give too much away, but let's just say by the end of the film, you definitely have a really great sense of what actually happened, and it's very interesting, fascinating stuff. Overall, I'll give The Clan, or El Clan, a 4 out of 5. It's a really good film. Again, it's not necessarily my favorite type of subject, so otherwise I would have given it probably a higher score because it's so well shot and it's so well made. But overall, I give it a 4 out of 5. Definitely recommend it. Let me know what you guys think of The Clan, or El Clan, down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys at the next Culture Critic review.